are back with more My Southern Home, and I'm here with Will Harris with Will Harris Homes. And Will, I love the fact that in this unique time, home is so important and interest rates are so low, and it's the perfect time to build your dream home. And you're getting a lot of feedback from potential homeowners or home builders, if you will, that are scared to go ahead and take that leap.
No, that's exactly right. And actually, that's the question I'm getting the most right now from prospective buyers, is they're calling our office and they're asking the million-dollar question, which is, are we better off buying a resale or are we better off building? And I'm somewhat biased in my answer to that question, but no, seriously, I think there is a lot of value in buying an existing home right now. But there are so many questions about these houses, especially when it comes to how they're going to perform. You know, energy standards and building efficiency has skyrocketed over the last 5-10 years. So depending on when that home was built, you know, even with a building inspection, they don't have x-ray vision, they don't know what's behind these walls. So my answer is always going to be, look, when you build your personal home, it's yours. Everything from the ground up, you have seen it, you've approved it, it's your selection, everything is yours. So there's a lot of value in that, and it's hard to put a value in that. And then you're exactly right, with interest rates being, you know, you can get a 30-year AM right now for 2.5%. You know, that makes that money cheaper. So again, you're going to spend money on a resale. I mean, it's everyone's going to want to put their personal touch on that house. So if you go buy an existing home, just know, set aside that budget that you're going to spend that money, and then, you know, try to make that informed decision. It's a tough one, it is. But again, I see the value if it's a custom home. I see the value in putting your own personal touch on everything right out of the chute.
Well, and when you're building it yourself, everything's going to be the way you like it.
Right.
Right? Because
Yeah.
you're building a house the way you want to live in the house and the way your family lives in a house.
Well, and it's funny you say that. We're here at my personal house, and welcome here, obviously. But so my wife and I have moved 7 times. And, you know, we've faced that decision, knowing that we're going to sell in 2 years. You know, should I try to buy something and, you know, kind of put my touch on it and sell it? And I've always found that I'm right back where I'm wanting to build again, because we want everything that we want in a house. And with a large family, we have 5 kids. We need our home to function for us, not for someone else. So that's something else I always tell people is, don't build for someone that's going to be buying your home down the road. Build the home to fit your needs. Because a lot of people ask that question, well, what's selling well right now? What's reselling? Well, let's not worry about that. You know, we'll talk about some of those things and I'll advise you, but first let's talk about your needs and the way you need that house to function for you, and let's focus on that right now.
So let's talk about you advising the customer, because that starts from day one when they bring you their plans that they've either found on the internet and had an architect draft, or they use the in-house architect that you have.
Yeah, that we offer.
And you go through step by step on the process of building your dream home. And it doesn't have to be off the charts as long as they stay with those allowances that you have set at the beginning.
Yeah, so one of the things that we sell at Will Harris Homes is our process. Again, I'm biased, but I think our process is above the rest. And a lot of this comes from mistakes that we've made in the past, and we've learned from those. But again, we have a very candid meet and greet, and we talk about what is the Will Harris Homes building process. And, you know, communication is key. It's supremely important. And again, when they come in, if they don't have a set of house plans, a lot of times we tell them, what's your timetable? If you're looking to get started in 6 months, that's not going to happen if you don't have a plan. Because typically they're going to get on the internet, they're going to find a conceptual, they're going to bring that in, they're going to say, well, you know, either we want to change 1 or 2 things, or this whole floor plan is going to get blown up, and that's when we need to go to our draftsman and kind of sit down with him. And we enjoy sitting in on those meetings because it's important that they get a builder's perspective. Architects love throwing in a lot of bells and whistles that can get really expensive really quick. So we enjoy sitting in on those meetings just to make sure they know, wait a second, if we do that, that's going to increase your joy spans, that's going to blow the price up. So we sit in on those meetings. We make sure that our buyers are informed through the design process. And then again, we make sure that we give them that qualified line item estimate and that their allowance items are going to fit their taste and their needs.
So when you talk about the builder perspective, would you say it's a good rule of thumb to find your builder, then find the lot, and then get the floor plan?
Yeah, I think it is. And I always tell people, Kimberly, you know, first, tell my team, we meet with everyone. Everyone deserves at least a sit down, a meeting, because they need to see us, we need to see them, we need to get to know them, make sure our personalities are going to kind of mesh well together. But I always tell everyone, get a second bid, get a second opinion. You know, if I wasn't comfortable promoting that and telling them that's just good business, then they should be concerned, in my opinion. So we always tell every customer that that's just good business, and that we're confident that our estimate will hold up to the next builder. But yes, that's part of the process.
Well, thank you so much, Will. We really appreciated being here today.
Thanks for coming back. We appreciate you.
We'll be back with more My Southern Home in just a moment.